Let's move on to the next spot on the board. 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-6, 2-3 on the road. San Francisco 49ers 8-4, 5-1 at home. Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. 51 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 14 miles per hour. I already moved on the San Francisco 49ers. I doubled up on it, and I even maybe it was just drunken bravery, but I put a unit and a half on the first half in full game. I feel like San Francisco is such a good football team that you can put Brock Purdy in there at quarterback and they'll still deliver the goods. And they're fighting for him. And Purdy showed confidence out there. And I'm not sure how big a step down it is from Jimmy G to Purdy. And then the news came out today that there's no need for surgery for Jimmy G and he'll be back in 7 to 8 weeks. If it's 7 weeks, that's in time for the divisional playoffs, as long as San Francisco still wins the division. Maybe this isn't going to turn out to be a mistake. At one point, I was like, oh, this is great because it moved to 4.5. And I was like, oh, man, I got this. But it's back to 3.5. And maybe it ends up at 3. I got 2.5 on the first half. This total opened up at 37 at Pinnacle. 37. If you go over to Bet365 that put it out last week, it opened at 41.5 down to 37. And they had it still at 40 on Sunday night. But, of course, the Monday nighter was the game where we saw these Bucks.
Yeah.
Brady says, I'm waiting. I can't see Bucks not getting a ton of money with this 49ers storyline. He thinks he can get a 3. And Sky Dragon says the 49ers and the under. Mike says the Niners minus 3.5 seems like a low line. And I don't think that the Purdy situation matters that much. We watch this Buccaneers team week in and week out. They're not good. They're just not a good football team. And now you're going to go into San Francisco and only going to give us this many points. I'm fine with it. Sports Insights has given the Bucks some cash, some line value, 2,534 tickets in. 39% of the tickets are on the Niners and 58% of the cash. I'm comfortable with that breakdown. 48% of tickets, 97% cash on the over, which is strange. Randy Mitchell says Purdy situation matters a lot once a team has a full week to prep for him. I thought about that as well.
I agree, but I think that's next week. I think we might be a little surprised at what kind of offense they run out, or some of the packages that you'll see that maybe they haven't seen. Sometimes you get this little bit of a bump when they put a backup in because the team doesn't quite know what packages you'll be running, what kind of scheme you're going to roll out there. I laid the 3.5. I kind of like this under as well. I think this is like a 24-10 kind of game. I do like the Niners a little better. I just can't. So let's say it's a 2-point 2-point home field advantage. You're saying the Niners are 1.5 better than the Bucks. And yes, I know Brock Purdy makes a big difference compared to Jimmy G, but it is kind of an offense where it's a little bit quarterback proof, recession proof. It's a smart coach, maybe a genius offensive coach who can put some stuff together to get the ball out of the hands of the shitty quarterback and into the hands of the great playmakers. And they have plenty of those immediate here. So, and yeah, like as Slats is pointing out, it's a beat up offensive line for the the Bucks versus a very good pass rush. So this is if you take away those last couple drives where Brady went nuclear against some prevent, it was a really bad performance for that offense against a worse defense than this. Didn't even have Marshawn Lattimore out there. Like this is, I think that the Niners don't need to get to like 28 to cover this.
No.
This is 20 might cover this. 14 might cover this.
I agree. And it's 14 miles per hour is the wind at this point. I'd like more. Like it to go higher. Bucks also on short rest, and some of the decisions that Bulls was making, punting from the 41 yesterday was astonishing to me.
Yeah,
absolutely astonishing. Like I just couldn't believe because it's not only the bad decision, but it's also telling your offense that I have no faith in you whatsoever. So look, it was fun to watch Brady have another comeback victory. 2 TD passes in the final 2 minutes, 36 of 54 for 281 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Godwin at the start we thought was going to beat up on the Saints secondary. He can't do it. 8 catches for 63. Evans 4 for 59. Leonard Fournette looked okay back in the lineup. 10 carries for 49, 6 for 32. Rashad White 9 carries for 20 yards, caught 6 for 41. Touchdown. Did lose a fumble. The defense was strong, or the Saints' offense is terrible. I mean, it's up to you. Saints were 0-3 in the red zone. 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits for the Bucs. So over the last 8 games, the Bucs have only allowed more than 23 points once. Their defense is still strong. I get the total, and I get your interest in going under it. Not having Kristen Wirfs out there hurts. He's got the high ankle sprain. I don't see him coming back here. Cameron Brate's sick, so he'll probably be back. But 3 defensive starters, and Sean Murphy-Bunting, Antoine Winfield, and Mike Edwards all sat out, and maybe one of them are back, but I don't know if Purdy's the type of quarterback that can take advantage really of that, and I don't think he needs to. You talked about the weapons that he has here. Look, he came in and he played well. McCaffrey ran 17 times for 66 yards, caught 8 for 80 and a touchdown. Debo caught 6 for 58. Ayuk caught 5 for 46. Jordan Mason, undrafted, replaced the injured Elijah Mitchell, 17 carries for 66 yards. Niners were 8 for 19 on third down. And the defense held the Dolphins to 0 for 7 on third down, 14 first downs, and 38 total yards. Nick Bosa dominated, 3 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, interceptions from Warner, Lenoir, and Jimmy Ward. Now, they lose Hassan Ridgeway. He has a pec strain. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. That hurts. They also lost Tarvarius Moore to a knee sprain. He'll miss a few weeks, but I'm on the 49ers first half in full game. And what did you want to make official here, Andy?
Yeah, -3.5.
All right, let's lock that in for you.
I'm fine fading a very bad offense versus one of the better defenses out there.
So the -3.5 is -101 over at Pinnacle. I'd be curious to see what the 3 would cost then if that's the case. So if the -3.5 is -101, the -3 is -124. So still expensive.
Yeah.
All right. 49ers.
It ain't worth 23 cents.
No. 49ers -3.5, -101. I can't wait for this game. I always love seeing Brady in California, and I can't wait.
Yeah, and again, as Birdie points out, Bucs on a bit of a short week, traveling cross country. It is Brady's homecoming, I guess, but I don't know if that means shit. Don't mean shit in golf.
I like seeing him, playing against San Francisco, but this, I hit this one hard already. This is the only thing I've locked in thus far, but there's a couple of looks that we've locked down that I expect to lock down tonight. But that's me. 49ers first half -2.5, full game -3.5, and Andy's on 49ers -3.5 at -101. All right, let's roll on.